beast. No man might buy or sell, save he have the mark, or the name, or the number of the beast. Mark, name, number. We're all about the mark. We forget about the name and the number. For it is the number of a man, and the number is 666. It's not 666. That's a translation. That's the number. How many can see it? Can you see it? The cross swords. Bismillah, which means in the name of Allah. And by the way, when you go to jihad, you wear this on your forehead. See where they're wearing it? On their foreheads. This is what he saw. It was Aramaic. The Bible's written in Aramaic, not English. So you look and you go, 666. No, that's what he saw. X, Aleph, S. Can you see it now? Bismillah. That's what he saw. The name of the beast. Bismillah. In the name of Allah. When I saw that symbol, I was like, dear God, if that doesn't shock you, I don't know what will. Oh my Lord. What is the mark of the beast? No man might buy or sell, save he have the mark.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus a so-called black man. The mark of the beast is not an Aramaic symbol that is worn around your forehead. The mark of the beast is not an Aramaic symbol that you wear around your forehead. And from the pastor or preacher or whatever he is titling himself, his breakdown with the mark of the beast is completely off. Okay, because he said John, saw this image in Aramaic because that's what he spoke. But yet, Revelation 13, 16 through 18 is written in Greek. Okay? And furthermore, the 666, when you go into the Greek, is chi stigma, which is telling you it's a piercing of the flesh. Okay? So, you're not going to be able to wear this headdress, as they say, or as he said that the jihads wear, with that symbol on it to buy or sell, okay? And the beast is not speaking of Allah, all right? The beast is speaking of this system, which is being spearheaded and ran by Esau Edom, the so-called white man, okay? And the 666, when you break that down, it goes into chi stigma, and when you do the research on that, the stigma, I believe, is for a prick. Okay, so it's showing you that the mark is going to be a prick, which they insert a device inside your forehead or in your right hand, that if you don't receive it, you're not going to be able to buy and sell on this beast system. So his breakdown is off as far as what the mark of the beast is, okay? Because it's not an Aramaic, headdress that the jihads wear, okay? So this is Galatians 6 and 7, and it reads, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." And if his breakdown is deliberately to mislead the people on what the mark of the beast is, just so he can have a, larger following, or to be, separate from all the other breakdowns pertaining to what the mark of the beast is, which is a RFID, micro, that you're going to have in your right hand or in your forehead to, continue to operate on this grid, on this beast system that he's going off. So this says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked." And the Most High know if he is, sincerely giving a false breakdown, or is he, have no clue or doing it on purpose. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So he's going to have to pay for, that false breakdown, because that's an important breakdown, speaking of these latter days of what the mark of the beast is, okay? and going into it and believing that it's some Aramaic, headdress that a jihad wears, that's completely false. It's a completely false breakdown. So going into Revelation 13 in verse 18, where he went into the symbol and read it and said that what? The cross, or the, Chi is a symbol that is a cross, meaning for what? Aramaic. But when you go to the breakdown and you go into the number 600, 6, you get what? Chi, Psi, Stigma.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Psi, Stigma.
And he tried.
Chi, Psi, Stigma.
And he tried to correlate the Psi, which is the cross, which look like an X, as far as it being the two swords for Aramaic, and then he went to the second letter, which I believe he said Bishmalak, which is the name of Allah, whatever he said, which is completely false. It's a completely false breakdown. Because when you go into this word Chi Psi Stigma, which is 600, 666, you go into the root word, which I believe is G, what is it? G 4742, and stigma, you look up stigma.
Strong's G 4742, stigma. Stigma.
And that root word is primary stizo, to stick, i.e. prick. So this is going to be a prick, a stick in the flesh, okay, in your right hand or in your forehead, okay? And that's going to be when you receive the mark. It's not going to be some, headdress that you wear around your forehead, as he said the jihads wear. No, it's going to be an actual piece of device that you're going to put inside your right hand or in your forehead in order to buy or sell, okay? So it goes on to say, outline of biblical usage: a mark, prick, and or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name of the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And when you take this mark, you're going to be saying who you belong to, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, this beast system. Once you take that brand, that mark, you're going to be, showing your alliance with Esau, Edom, the beast, okay? It says what master or general they belong to, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their deities, their gods. Okay, so you go into this word stigma, and that's what you get, a prick. Okay, it's going to prick. You're going to prick, you're going to pierce, you're going to cut the flesh. So going back into Chi Psi Stigma, and you go into that root word stigma, and you get the prick. Okay, it's not two crosses or two swords that cross each other that's showing a symbol of Aramaic, and it's not Bishmalak, which is Allah or whatever he said, as pertaining to what the beast is. No, the mark of the beast is the RFID micro, which if you take, you are showing and pledging your allegiance to this beast system, okay? So the mark of the beast is not an Aramaic headdress, head wrap that some jihad wear that has a symbol that he can show that, resembles what the Chi Psi and 666 is, okay? Because this is a Greek that John wrote this in. This is not Aramaic, all right? So let's go back and see and read it again. As you see in the Greek down here, which is G 5516, 603 score and 666, it's Chi Psi Stigma, okay? So going back to Revelation 13 and 18, where it says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And you actually have to go into that 666 to get the, further understanding that that stigma is prick, which is going to prick or pierce the flesh of your right hand or your forehead. Is going to put, the mark inside of you, which is going to what? Show your allegiance to your master, to your general, to this beast system, okay? Which is being spearheaded by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. So if his attempt to break this down is to further, take people away from knowing who Esau Edom is, the Most High is not marked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he reap also. So if he's deliberately misguiding and misleading people from away from what the mark is, then he's going to have a lot to pay, because by now everybody should know what the mark of the beast is, okay? There's no denying what it is, okay? We just seen a breakthrough with Elon Musk and his brain mark that he just put inside a patient, okay? And it's not a head wrap that you wear around your forehead that has a symbol that resembles something that looks like what it could be of the 666. No, the 666 is truly what it is. It's the stigma. It's the pricking of the flesh. Okay? So the Most High is not mocked. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. So if he's trying to come with a breakdown deliberately to try to, put himself in a class by itself to show that, he's deep and he's found out what it is other than what it actually is, then, he has to pay for that if he doesn't repent and give the appropriate and correct breakdown, okay? So be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap, okay? So he's going to have a lot on his, he's going to have a lot to answer for if he don't, come with a correct breakdown, because that jihad breakdown, man, that's by far one of the worst breakdowns thus far. Okay? So the mark of the beast is not a jihad head wrap that you wear around your head, okay? So that's about it. I'm gonna close out, not make it too long, and we're gonna take it from there. 1 Peter 5 and 8, and it reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And sometimes he get people that look just like me and you, so-called Israelites, to give false breakdowns to throw people off even farther. And if they believe that, then by all means necessary, he's going to run with it. Okay? And you look at the views, he got like over 1 million views. So, he must be a popular, evangelist or pastor or preacher or whatever, and giving this breakdown. And the times that we coming into is completely going off, okay? So just knowing what the mark is going, keep you on point, and knowing that it's not a jihad head wrap or headdress, worn by the jihads, that's not what it is. It's not Aramaic. It's not a jihad head wrap. It's not nothing other than what it is, which is the RFID micro C, okay? So be sober, be vigilant. Don't go for anything. This is the time we in. You could break down things, go into the definitions, look up words, okay? Root words also, all right? So with that being said, I pray someone was edified. And if it be the Lord's will, until the next time, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom.